Okay, this is an update video for a few things. Mainly the Voyager 14. People say, you know, the assembly line stuff sometimes gets to be too much. I get it. Stuff comes. Videos must be done. The final audio A8000, I thought it sounded quite bright, but tons of detail. I've got it playing on a WM1Z right now. I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times. I'm not a burn-in believer, but I've never had a beryllium driver that's beryllium and not just coated. People are talking about the toxicity, and I get it. We're all going to... I could get hit by a car tomorrow. Please no. I actually like it. It sounds like a Sony EX1000 modernized. It's absolutely detailed. It's got a resolving ability that is to a fault almost, if you can believe that. Like, it's that, you know, the S8F is something where I have to say to people, you're gonna get a ton of, like, your brain's going to be fatigued. That's kind of the dynamic version of it. I was expecting something different, but giving it a little time, I kind of enjoyed it a little bit more and then thought, is it worth its price? That's for you to decide. But I'd said, give it a, If there was ever a set that I'd try that on, it would be a full berry driver, beryllium, so do it. So if someone tells me later, you should have burned it, I'm doing it right now, man. So the Voyager 14 is worthy to be mentioned again. They're doing retail packaging and stuff. This was not. This was a total afterthought. The crowdfunded headphone, the Helios, was the main idea of like 3 things that were sent. I took a picture. First time that the Helios was showed was with this next to it, and I was totally clung on to these, and they were like, "Oh, that's cool." No. These are really, really good, man. And it started to catch hold, and I was trying to explain, and finally it's taken hold, I guess. It's really, really a good set. Pimp C, the Sweet James Jones stories. Pimpalation. Pimp. Coming up. Check YouTube for this track if you're not familiar with it. It's awesome. Some of the music that I revisited, Pimp C coming up, Big Boy Kill Jills doing all 3 of those hits, Aerosmith No More, Playing It Like a Boss, Bruce Springsteen Born to Run, Glockenspiel, Dear Prudence, the Beatles, the bass line opening, also John Lennon, sounds fantastic. Black Sabbath sounds really, really good. Something like a dynamic that actually does Sabbath good. I'll come up when I do the full video for that. Led Zeppelin, Hey, What Can I Do? Simple Strikes are excellent. Please keep your eye out for this. This is a better set than the U18. That's cost 3 times as much. This is my list that I'm slowly updating. I told you it's going to take quite a while. Attention, there are no affiliate links in this list, 0. There is no tracking. There is no % of money. There are just regular links. Feel free to use your own. Please don't ever forget that is right there, and that is in red, and that is at the top. I don't care what you think about the gathering. This is for my organizational purposes and because it feels good to say, I think that's an A, or I think that's an S, or whatever. And these links, to take another one. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. Sony IER Z1R, peerless. Peerless, it's got peers, but not as good. It's on another level. This is a reviewer's opinion. I love it. It's big, but I love it. It's got big sound. The dynamic driver, the little one that's taking care of the treble, is fucking dope. It's really good. And Thieaudio Voyager right here, I would put that next because it doesn't have a dynamic driver like the Legend X or the Sony, but it's hitting all the notes, man. You wouldn't know unless you were an OCD audiophile or an audiophile. I feel cringe to say that I'm like that. I have OCD. Let's leave it at that. Empire's Legend X is like the ultimate bass lover meets audiophile mashup, which means that's me. Pretty much. It's got to be there. It's got to always be there. It can never not be there. I should do a full review about this. This is the gold one. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can see inside these ones. The first two sets I had were dark. You couldn't see inside them, unfortunately. So that's like gotta always be there, or be in reach, like the Sony. This is like that level, but it's $900, $999. I hope that they would use a cable something like this, which I took off the Fearless S8Z. So this video is just reaffirmation. Like this is really good, man. Like this one right here, this Belon, this $30-something that's ranked in the A tier because it's supposed to be there. I saw somebody leave a comment someplace else saying, I can't believe you put the Belon in A. Really? You can't believe that? I guess the unit variation must be quite large because this is absolutely fucking dope. Love it. Love it. Next one, QDC Anole VX. Can sound boring as a con. If you have the Anole, you might know what I'm talking about. And then I explained it over here. Technical excellence. The DX200 of earphones. That's going to absolutely hit a bullseye for some people. The DX200 is excellent to a fault. It is a... I know that makes no sense, but there's a certain musicality with something like the Calyx M that can almost get every single detail that the DX200 can and present it to you in what sounds like what your brain desires, because it sounds like it's the way you would hear it or remember hearing it live. There's something about this that's super special. Somebody just showed, they said they got 2 of them. You, sir, are smart, because these are eventually going to be super expensive, and batteries and all that stuff. So one of the closest things to a collector's item I have in my possession right there, and I use it. It's very nice. So the QDC Anole is, I could take it off of S because you wouldn't miss it, but it's technically should be there. It would be, I'd take the Sony, and then I'd take the Thea, then I'd take the Empire. I'd probably take the Kumatate Labs, so I might adjust this a little bit. But I'm looking for S stuff to put in, but it's really hard to find. And it's got nothing to do with price. I know you guys know that already, and I'm kind of beating that horse, but it needs to be beat because it's been going the other way for so long, where people say, you know what, that's a real great set, that $1,200 set you got, but there's a little bit more up there, so that's why people are paying more money. No, nope, I'm not finding that yet. I'm still asking people to wreck me stuff, and it's not working out a lot yet, but I guess it's the start of the process, so we'll be patient. Like I said, no affiliate links, no anything. If you see something you think, I'll take a chance, but I want to use my own link, go ahead. I don't care. It's not a big deal. And on my channel, this dude subscribed to me. So I'm going to reply to him in order of that, because as you see up here, held for review 1,300, there's lots and lots of comments, which is great. The ability to reply to them is obviously limited unless you would hire other people or have it, but then you wouldn't be getting, that'd be kind of fake because they wouldn't be getting replied to by who they're asking. You know what I mean? So, and I have a full-time job, so it's difficult. This little icon is one of the best things that I've gotten out of YouTube Studio, which is the new version that I'm not a fan of, but this gives me some way to say, okay, these people go first because they're helping my channel. Because the bigger I get, the more people will say, hey, you want to try this? Instead of me paying for it. You think, oh, you know, hey, listen, that's going to be let go at a loss. I'm going to eat it. And eventually that stuff, some days it just feels like being a moron. And then other days you think, you got to pay to play. You got to invest to succeed. You got to, you know what I mean? All that stuff. Sometimes it's like, yeah. And then other days like, man, you know, what's the point? You hear 3 things in a row and total cost $5,500 and you don't like any of it. And you're going to eat 30% of that. But Patreons help me out. Patreons, double events coming up. Thank you for your patience. I can't even get into the topic on YouTube because they said in the studio it's not a friendly topic for YouTube. No lie. So I won't even get into, I'm in Japan right now. I won't talk about the topic that's worldwide right now because they don't want to talk about that. Reality. Anyway, These are really nice. I recommend them again because they're really good. If you think those are too big for me, and it's something about the treble, I don't know who, but some people would say that, and that's on another price level. And there's a lot of other stuff, and you might think I just don't see the benefit. It came in this set, and it was instantly recognized by my brain, and over a period of time it's just been confirmed. So if somebody's like, what's the point of this video? To point out how I'm gonna do this, what's on my list, and the fact that the phase of this is awesome, this is #1 Chifi that I've received that's from China, that came and not went, stayed. That's worthy of doing a video. And in the future, when stuff I say is awesome and then I think that it's really awesome, I'm gonna go ahead and do, you know, reaffirm with a video, just so people that are wondering, and also people that think, you know, this stuff comes and goes, and flavor of the month. This is more than flavor of the month. This is flavor for longer than that. This will be with me. This will never go anywhere. This has got to stay with me because it's a reference point for the ability of Chifi right now. Maybe something comes and makes it irrelevant eventually, but I don't see it. Not at this price range. Not made by Chinese, Japanese, or anybody else that I can tell. So you don't have to do a music list for this, people that help me. Thank you. God bless you. I'm going to just automatically approve you guys anyway, because I can do that now with YouTube Studio. So I'll let you guys go. Final Audio 8000 is coming. Also, Noble Khan is going to be coming. Also, I was going to do the Empire Years Wraith, but I'm going to pass. I heard it. Oh, there's a lot of other stuff to hear, so I'll get into that another time. If you were thinking about getting that set, I'm a huge fan of that. I love the Bravado. I don't know that I could say the Wraith is something you want to take a chance on. I shouldn't have said that in this video, but then my brain says, yes, you should, because you think you shouldn't. Like, don't let the man put his foot on your neck. Don't worry about companies and how they feel about you. I definitely don't care what Empire Years thinks about me, because I've already mentioned what I think. But the Legend X is legend level, so it's all about the music and the gear that plays it well, not personal feelings. Rub your sore butt and get over it. You know what I mean? So I'm out of here. You guys stay safe. I won't trigger YouTube by talking about the topic, obviously, but pay attention out there. I'm gonna do a video for my supporters, that because it's the, I'm not asking you guys, so forget about that. But the YouTube thing does it automatically, so members, it equals unlisted. That's how they put it in a sandbox. So I'm gonna, maybe I can talk about what's going on in Japan and world, like in that, because I post Japanese videos up on that one of life in Japan sometimes. So thank you, Patreons. Big events coming up, a double whammy. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for people that I'm sure you guys don't even realize that, because you got to go into studio and then see this to realize what indicators. So I didn't know either till 2 days ago. This helps me a lot. Thank you for being helpful to me. Everybody that comments, thank you very much. Much appreciation. Just as an organizing thing, it's going to help me go in order. Hey, thank you. Can get EE Valkyrie and do a flagship tribal shootout with Sonny Z1R. Yes, can do that. The Wraith, no. This is Black Tip Bass Mods. Cool name, dude. Got you on the video. Oh, I've actually seen you before. I recognize your avatar. Cool, cool. Yeah, I can do that. I can do the Tribrid shootout. The Sony Z1R isn't actually, I guess, I think it's 2 dynamics and a BA or something like that. Whatever. I get your point. I love the EJ07 and the Valkyrie. I get it. I've heard it. I thought it sounded good, and somebody that comments regularly really loves it. I trust his opinion. So yeah, I'll do that, bro. And he's not even subbed to me. Look at that. Boom. But I should go before I like add 15 topics this video. Am I not lying? I'm not. I should go. These are really good. they deserve to be thrown into a title again of a YouTube video. And of course, that's just my opinion, but it's what we're here for, my opinion. Right? Or no? No, you're the man, Eddie. And I'm out. Stay safe, man. Seriously. That's like, if there's ever been a time to say that and mean it really, it's like right now. Like, you guys pay attention, please. Okay? And I'm out.